The hunt didn't find them first. The end did. The lower districts burn. Not from bombs, from velocity. Concrete has been turned to dust by footsteps. Buildings lean as if reality forgot which way down is. Streetlights flicker in rhythms that don't match the power grid, like something else is blinking through. Containment units pull back, not ordered, evacuating. Their comms don't say retreat, they say, do not engage, do not observe, do not name. Raizen stands in the center of the wreckage. He's breathing hard, blood on his teeth, and still smiling like it's funny. They finally got tired. Kaito is a block away, bent over, one hand on a wall. Blood drips from his nose in a steady line. The air around him shivers like a mirage. He looks up. Not fear. Recognition. That's not containment. Then the world tilts. Not physically, conceptually. Like the city just realized it's outmatched. Every flame in the district leans the same direction. Every shadow points the wrong way. Sound cuts for half a heartbeat, and the sky above the lower districts darkens, not with clouds, with permission being revoked. The ground splits open without force. A seam of impossible black runs through the street like a cracked mirror. From it, one body steps out, tall, still, wrong. Its outline is clean but unstable, like the world can't decide how to render it. The left side pulls light toward it, reflections sliding like gravity. The right side eats shadow, darkness thickening like ink. Two voices speak from one mouth, perfectly out of sync. Deviation confirmed. Correction authorized. Raizen's grin flickers. He tries to joke anyway. Cool. You're built like a final boss. The Divergent doesn't blink. You are not the target. A pause. You are the symptom. Raizen moves first. He always does. He detonates forward, supersonic, gold fire ripping the street behind him. He throws a punch meant to end a city block. The punch lands. You hear the impact. You see the flame burst. Then, nothing. No recoil. No damage. The blow didn't resolve. Reality simply refused to process the outcome. Raizen blinks. What? The Divergent turns its head slightly. Raizen is suddenly behind himself. Not thrown. Reassigned. His momentum whiplashes into his own wake and detonates. He's launched through a building sideways. Steel folds. Stone vaporizes. Raizen coughs blood, laughing through it like he's offended. Okay, that is cheating. Kaito steps forward. The moment he moves, the street stabilizes around him, like space trusts him more than it trusts itself. He raises his hand. Space bends. He tries to fold distance. The fold fails. For the first time in the entire series, Kaito's power hits a rule it can't break. It's anchoring outcomes. The Divergent's light voice speaks like a theorem. Distance collapse denied. The dark voice follows. Cause to effect severed. Kaito teleports anyway. He appears mid-swing and arrives wrong, too close to a wall. His shoulder slams. His ribs bark with pain. He corrects again, and the world corrects harder. Kaito stumbles. Blood splashes the pavement. Raizen rockets back in, flames spiraling, mind-bending pressure spilling outward, trying to flood perception with chaos. The Divergent doesn't flinch. The light voice speaks. Mind flare anticipated. The dark voice speaks. Suppression initiated. Raizen's grin dies. For a split second, his eyes go wide. Not fear, something worse. Doubt. Images slam into his brain, collateral, bodies, screaming, a building falling, his own power killing what it touches. Raizen falters mid-flight. His flames spike unstable. A tower nearby begins to collapse. Raizen snarls. No! He tries to pull back, but the Divergent doesn't let him. It wants the mistake. It wants the guilt. It wants the spiral. Kaito appears beside him, hand out, forcing space to hold the collapsing tower in place. His veins stand out. His teeth grit. Focus. Raizen breathes. One inhale, one exhale. He stabilizes. Barely. Then the Divergent hits them. Not with a punch, with a decision. The ground flips sideways. Gravity becomes a weapon. Both twins are slammed into the street as if the city fell on top of them. Concrete explodes. Kaito's vision whites out. Raizen spits blood. They try to rise, and the Divergent is already there. The Divergent's body splits down the center. Light peels away like a sunrise tearing free. Shadow rips loose like a curtain catching fire. Now there are two godlike beings. One made of structure and inevitability. One made of termination and erasure. The district's lights die. Every drone within 10 blocks drops out of the sky. Containment feeds glitch into static. The air hums like a massive engine starting. Divergent. Optimization active. Pruning active. Raizen looks up, bleeding, laughing anyway. Raizen. Oh wow, they brought friends. I'm flattered. Kaito doesn't laugh. His hands are shaking. Not fear. Overload. 2 rule sets. The dark Divergent moves. Kaito teleports, and the dark one is already there. Not faster, just earlier. A strike lands across Kaito's ribs. Kaito's body folds. He's thrown through a wall, then another. Blood sprays. He tries to stand. The light Divergent raises a hand. Probability tightens like a noose. Kaito slips on debris that wasn't there a second ago. His footing fails. His teleport stutters. His breath cuts. Every outcome that helps him is being removed in real time. Raizen explodes upward to save him. The dark Divergent meets him mid-air and turns off impact. Raizen's fist passes through empty permission. Then the counter lands. Raizen is slammed down like a meteor. His shoulder dislocates. He roars. The street craters. He tries to rise. The light Divergent simply walks closer. And the closer it gets, the more the world agrees with it. Raizen's flames dim. Not extinguished. Outvoted. You cannot win. You cannot persist. They hit together. Light denies the best outcomes. Dark enforces the worst ones. Raizen takes a blow to the jaw that turns his vision into stars. Kaito takes a strike that empties his lungs. They are beaten across the district like broken weapons. Not quickly, thoroughly. Every time they adapt, the Divergents adjust first. Every time they try a combo, the winning version of it stops existing. Their attacks begin to look desperate. Their breathing turns ragged. Their bodies stop responding cleanly. Kaito's hands are slick with blood. Raizen's laughter has turned into a cough. The city watches from windows and alleys, unable to look away. This doesn't feel like a fight. It feels like a verdict being delivered. Kaito drops to one knee. His vision doubles. He tries to teleport, and fails. For the first time, he can't even reach his own power. Raizen is on one knee too, one arm hanging wrong, chest heaving. The dark Divergent steps forward. Its shadow swallows the street. Error prune begins. The light Divergent speaks calmly. Awakening probability, 92%. Raizen looks up through blood. He forces a grin. You predicted us. The light Divergent nods slightly. Of course. The dark Divergent lifts its hand. The air sharpens. The world prepares to end them. And for a moment, it looks like it will. Kaito stops trying. Not surrender, release. His eyes go distant, like he stepped back from himself. The sound of the city fades. The pain becomes information. The fear becomes irrelevant. Kaito moves, without choosing. The dark divergent strikes. Kaito is already elsewhere. Not teleporting, just not there. The attack misses a target that never existed. The light divergent's pupils tighten. First surprise. Kaito's body is moving on rules the divergence didn't account for. No intention, no decision, no outcome to delete. Kaito raises his hand. Space doesn't bend, it obeys. A clean silver boundary forms around him. Everything that touches it stops. Not slowed, stopped. Kaito speaks, calm, empty. Only what touches me exists. Raizen feels it, that alignment, that permission. His breathing changes. His flames don't flare, they condense. Gold Dominion compresses into a dense, white-hot aura, hugging his skin like a second heartbeat. He stands. Not fast, not loud, heavy. The air shakes as he steps forward. The dark divergent attacks again. Raizen catches the strike, bare-handed. No explosion, just domination. Raizen looks it in the eyes, smiles. You ever pick the wrong future? He headbutts it. The shockwave cracks the street for 3 blocks. The light divergent tries to rewrite the outcome. Kaito shifts his boundary. The rewrite hits the boundary and dies. For the first time, the divergents are forced to fight in real time, and they're still not worried. The light divergent speaks, almost satisfied. Awakening confirmed. The dark divergent answers. Proceed. Now it's war. Raizen launches. Kaito moves with him. Their synergy isn't a combo anymore. It's a single organism. Kaito removes distance. Raizen turns it into impact. Raizen's flames explode. Kaito shapes them into lanes that don't miss. The light divergent dodges by deleting the best outcome. Kaito's boundary forces it back into the present. The dark divergent counters by severing cause and effect. Raizen hits anyway, because his fire isn't heat, it's will. They trade blows that would end armies. Raizen takes a strike across the chest and keeps moving. Kaito takes a hit that fractures the ground beneath him and still steps forward. Blood is everywhere. Steam rises off Raizen's skin. Kaito's breathing is silent and controlled. For long seconds it feels even. Then the divergents surge again. The gap returns. They are still gods. They still predicted this. They still have answers. But for the first time, the twins can force questions. Kaito locks space for half a second. Raizen lands a punch. Not a graze, a real hit. The light divergent's cheek cracks like porcelain. Darkness leaks from the fracture. The dark divergent takes a knee for the first time. The street shakes. Kaito and Raizen are trembling, barely standing, but smiling now. Not cocky, alive. Raizen coughs, grins. Okay, now we're talking. The divergents step back, still calm, still unafraid. The light voice speaks with certainty. You won't survive the next correction. The dark voice follows. But you will be remembered. They separate for a final strike, and the city's lights die again. Everything prepares to collapse. Kaito and Raizen look at each other once. No words, just agreement. They move, together. The screen cuts to white as the collision begins, a sound like the world snapping in half. The hunt thought it was containment. The twins thought it was survival. But the collision revealed the truth. There are beings designed to correct the future, and there are beings the future cannot correct.